Hey, what's up, everybody? What's going on? Sunday Funday. Yeah. Really, it's Ask Me Anything. I really should have edited that to discuss other things too as well, but it's pretty much an open topic. So, hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome. Glad to have you guys here. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the premiere. Yeah, it was cases that I picked up for the Pixel 4. But to elaborate more on that video, the whole purpose of it basically is like, you go to Amazon, you go to eBay and stuff like that, and there's like a case that you absolutely like specifically want. Like you just really, really, really want this case, and it could be high price, could be like $15 and then another $5, for shipping. Or maybe, it's from a seller outside of the US. And so if you order it today, your case should arrive from China sometime in September. You never know who actually got the same case and maybe upgraded their phone so they no longer need the case and they're willing to put it for sale. And that's the whole purpose why I showed those 5 cases that I got from a private seller on OfferUp, is because you could actually check OfferUp or even Mercari, Facebook Marketplace. There's like a lot of different sites that you can go to check that, you have local sellers, you have, you can buy from somebody that's like in California, and if they're trusted, you can see the reviews on their sales, they're trusted. And then you can get an item that you want a lot quicker and more than likely a lot cheaper. All those 5 cases, obviously, yeah, they're used, right? They're not brand new out of the box, but they're in really good condition for it being used cases. And I mean, what can I say? What can I say that's absolutely bad about it? It works. It protects the Pixel 4. So, yeah, and a good deal on them. 5 cases, $22. Basically, 4 of them are like $5, and the 5th one was like half price of 5. So I got a deal within a deal. And I looked up a couple of those cases to see what their actual price is brand new. Most of them are pitching about $10. The dual, so like the hard shell with the rubber insulation one, that one goes for about 15. The other one that has like an astrophotography print on the back of it, that one goes for about 12. So it's not bad. Not bad of a deal at all. But as you're in here, say what's up. How's it going? I tried something new also, premiering that video with the Pixel 4 cases and then having it pretty much set up to like, move everybody to the live stream. But obviously, so it's Sunday, a lot of people are doing their thing, so that's cool. Anyways, yeah, that's just a quick elaboration on that. Before moving forward, I do want to discuss some topic on YouTube. What's up, Blaze? So the topic on YouTube, and this is going out to not just one content creator, but a lot of content creators out there. It's a mistake that even I myself have done. What's up, Gene? And you know what? You cannot expect this to just yield results like that. Some people, it happens to. It really does. I think the thing that I don't like is, where, you want to build a channel, you want to do all these things and whatnot, right? And then you're just like, okay. But then you want to give up. You want to quit. Like, why? Why quit? You know what I mean? There are people that I talk to that, they go through a rough patch and they get frustrated and they say they want to quit. And it's like, why? When you share YouTube stuff on Twitter, they shorten the shareable links. Yeah, that's Twitter. That's what Twitter does. But it's like, I don't know. I guess I see it from a different perspective because I didn't have a handout when it came to YouTube. I didn't have some major person come down and, be like, yo, I'm gonna work with you and get you exposure. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't have none of that. I didn't have a person that gave me tips on how to maneuver through this YouTube space and do things right. Yeah, if it's freezing up, it's freezing up. Not much I can really do. Other than that, it's freezing. It was a long, hard fought battle to get to where I'm at. And it's not even, some people will say that it's not even like, oh wow, it's not nothing really to brag. And I totally get that. I'm not saying anything in that way. I'm not pumping my channel to be more than what it is. But like, I didn't have all that stuff. I didn't have a team behind me or anything like that. In the first 5 years of me doing YouTube, I was on my own. I had I did videos on my own. We didn't have live streaming back then, but it was a hard climb. But it was worth it. I guess it's the reason why, like, when I reach a certain milestone, it's so humbling. Because you reach a milestone, you're like, yeah, I just don't like seeing people that want to give up. Like, if this is what you absolutely want to do, then do it. Like Gene, I know you were frustrated. Don't mean to call you out, buddy, but you know what I mean? I will live stream when there's nobody watching. It doesn't matter to me because somebody will watch a replay. Maybe they'll watch like 10 minutes of it. Maybe they'll watch 5 minutes of it. Oh, well, it takes time for people to find you. YouTube is not a place anymore like what it used to be. There's the reason why I'm on Odyssey. Odyssey doesn't play foul ball games like that. They don't hide you if they feel like that you're not lucrative. They don't shadow ban you if you have a point of view. That's the reason why I wish Odyssey would open up live streaming capabilities on there, and Restream would be one of those things that could connect with it. Hey, what's up, Coffee? What's going on, man? But it's not at that phase just yet. It's not that phase. But even if you live stream and nobody's on, man, just discuss what you're gonna talk about. Discuss what you wanna say. Part of the reason that and I'll critique your channel, Gene, because I look at your channel closely, and I know some of the other guys may have told you the same thing, or maybe they haven't. But the other reason why it's hard to find your stuff of what you talk about is because you title your videos really odd. Like, you'll just put evening stream, but that really doesn't tell a non-subscriber who may end up being a viewer what your live stream's about. Like, YouTube upsets me once in a while. Like, for instance, okay, like you see how like mine is totally random right now, right? Sunday Funday AMA, right? Sunday Funday Ask Me Anything, right? So anyone that sees that, they're gonna be like, okay, so there's not really a dedicated topic to this live stream. He's just gonna be on live, just chatting with people and talking about whatever the wind blows his way. They get that, right? When you title your live stream like evening live, that doesn't really tell anybody what you're going to talk about. Like, you have to title your podcast, your live stream, you have to title it of what you're going to discuss. Like that one that you actually put a title to, that absolutely, would work, right? You explained about the whole T-Mobile shutting down, was it 3G? And so people had an idea of what was going to be discussed in that live stream. Those are some of the tips that I could give you that will help if you want to continue live streaming along with uploading content. You gotta have a title. You gotta tell people what your live stream is about. They're not gonna pop in, right? Like if I had titled this live stream, Sundar Pichai arrested for DUI, I'm sure a bunch of people's gonna come in because they're gonna be like, whoa, the guy from Google got arrested. And they're gonna want to know what's up. Of course, they're gonna boycott the hell out of me if it's not true, because then that's clickbaiting. You're trying to get people to come in to get the views, even if they stay for like 10 seconds, 30 seconds. Some people will stay like a minute just to see like, okay, is he really talking about the subject? And then that counts as a view, so you got the view and they didn't get what they thought they were gonna get. So don't ever do that. Don't clickbait nobody. What's up, Paul Tech? Hey, what's up, my dude? What's going on? you know, but that I would say, Gene, to you, when you ranted about your frustrations with YouTube, I would tell you that that's probably one of the reasons why that viewers don't come in or don't check you out, is because you got to title your lives better. You actually got to title it what you're going to talk about, so they know what you're going to talk about. Trust me, there's a market for people out there that's going to want to listen, right? Like, no one can give me that crap and say like, oh, when you're a varieties channel, which is what I am, when you're a varieties channel, it's not going to work. It works. It just takes time for people to find who I am. First of all, I got to beat the YouTube algorithm of not looking at my channel as just specifically tech, but it does work. Chris Perillo's living proof. He's a varieties channel. He talks tech, he talks computers, he talks Star Wars, he does 3D printing. It's not the viewers, it's YouTube directly. What do you mean by YouTube directly? Like, I heard some of the things that you said in your live stream, You were frustrated on several things, and viewership was one of the things you did mention. Yeah. By the way, if you guys aren't subscribed to Poltech, please subscribe to Poltech. Bro, that last video you did, I mean, that was refreshing. You taking us along with you while you were dashing, that was pretty cool, man. And I know all about DoorDash, dude. I do it too to make extra income, man. Like, the hustle is freaking real. You can't just depend on YouTube and a steady job. You got to find other avenues too to make money. And dashing is kind of fun, man. So I thought that video was a breath of fresh air and was pretty awesome, man. So, man, wait for your next one if you're gonna share like more experiences while you're dashing, some of the craziness that happens when you do it. But yeah, that was a good episode. So, yo, subscribe to Poltech. I've been following him for years. I've been following him for years. The LGG Stylo days. The LGG Stylo days, man. That's a long freaking time ago. But Poltech's like, back in the day when I was reviewing the LGG Stylo, I was reviewing the Boost Mobile one, and Poltech was reviewing the Metro one. And he went after it all. I mean, every little detail about the LGG Stylo, and then different cases that you could buy, man. Oh my God, those videos back in the day, dude. Like, that's nostalgia right there. Thinking about that, it's like, whoa. Like, okay. And it continued on and on and on. So, it was pretty cool to see how far his channel's come. His channel's come a long way. And like I said, like me and Paul have been running kind of side by side for a long time, but it goes to show you, like, people grow differently, right? Like, you're like at what, 50,000 subscribers at this point right now? And I'm still at 11. And it just goes to show. You know what I mean? Like, you also have to understand personality plays a big gig. But above all things that I say, even though maybe people don't find me entertaining or anything like that, I still continue to produce content and do live streams because it's ultimately it's fun for me. This is how I get a lot of that pent up energy in me out, because trust me, I can talk tech with everybody in my household. The problem with that is that they'll all get a pasty look and probably be like half dead by the time I'm done with discussions. You know what I mean? So this is my avenue for me to actually talk about these things. And whether there's people that's interested that will listen or not, either way, I was able to get that stuff out. YouTube, you just got to grind, man. YouTube's never fair. It's never going to be fair. That's one thing that people got to understand when they're coming into the YouTube side of things, is that YouTube is never fair. It'll never be fair. Yeah, I got a lot more door dashing content on the way. It's awesome. Definitely. Yeah, so YouTube is never fair. It's never going to be fair. It was never fair back in the day when when I started. It was never fair then. It'll never be fair now. I mean, it's gotten worse over the years with the mentality the CEO has and her vision of YouTube and how she's trying to project the platform. It's gotten worse, but it's never been fair. You just got to fight for what you want out of this. That's the main thing. You got passion, you got determination, you got the heart for it, then fight for it. You know what I mean? We all feel that. Trust me. You're not the first one ever, Gene, that ever felt that way. I know Oscar has felt that way. You know, Oscar has gone down that path. I've gone down that path of depression where I look at my channel. I'm just like, why am I still doing this? You know? But then I remember the reason why I started this. Oh my gosh, Tito, 7 days and I'm finally going back to my old carrier. Really? What old carrier are you going to? I mean, if I quit this, I lose like one of my top fans right there. You know, Coffee Seven's been a long-time fan of the channel, and that's my international fan. He's not located in the U.S. You know what I mean? I don't do these things. I don't give him something to watch. Besides all the other channels that that he's a fan of and subscribes to and watches. You know, got to do your thing, but don't you get frustrated. I understand, but fight against YouTube. Don't give up, man. I seen Carlos on there telling you not to give up. You know, you got something that I didn't have when I started on YouTube, Gene. You got good support. You got Sneed that supports your channel. You got Carlos that supports your channel. You got Blaze that supports your channel. You got a lot of people that support your channel, man. You know, when you're talking about the comments, if you're talking about the weird comments where every time you post a video or a live stream, you get that weird comment where that, what is it? Those, it's like a hyperlink that goes to a different site for girls and stuff like that. Dude, do what I do. And that's, change your settings on YouTube and put comments, hold comments for review. Cause all I do is every day, once a day, I go into the YouTube studios, I go to comments, and then I hit the drop down and I select held comments for review. And then I look at all the comments and all the ones that's about tech that, good, bad, or ugly, whatever, I'll approve them. All those hyperlinks that's beautiful girls live and it has that hyperlink, whatever, I delete those. Delete. And then the ones that actually, would get a response, I'll type a response back to them and they'll get their response. Yeah, it's a bit more work. But oh hey. My babe, she's at work. She says her boss is excited. Congratulations to my love. She's taking on a promotion. Her boss has been hounding her for the last 2 months to promote to a shift manager. And she's been nervous about it and everything like that. She decided to do it. So she's leaving her current job that she's at, that she's been 5 years with. Come July 29th, it'll be her 5th year anniversary. Her 3rd year as a supervisor. And she's leaving, going to another job where she's accepting a promotion to a, shift manager position. So she's making moves. Let's see. It's a Norwegian carrier that isn't Norwegian anymore, just the name of it. And I should get a new keyboard in 2 to 3 days if it arrives. Gotcha. Oh yeah, that's right. You were having typo issues because of the keyboard. I remember on the last one. The last one was crazy. Are you telling Gene to do hot tubs? What is that with Twitch? Is that the newest thing now? Like people just enjoy watching girls live stream on Twitch in those waiting blow up pools. The saddest thing is, and I'm not downplaying this YouTuber only because you know what she's gonna do what she's gonna want to do. But I don't know if you guys ever heard of Pokemon Master Holly. I love watching her content when it comes to Pokemon Go. As a matter of fact, Go Fest is this coming weekend, and I'm excited for it and ready to get in there and play Go Fest again this year. Since it's remotely, it's not at a physical park like the first two were, which was in Chicago. But she started an OnlyFans, and I've been seeing some back and forth things. Some people are upset that she started an OnlyFans. Some people are cool about it. She's defended herself on Twitter almost the last couple of months, she's always got to defend herself. Like, I don't care what she wants to do. She wants to go on OnlyFans and pose on there. That's her. That's her life. You know what I mean? Like, who are we to judge her on what she wants to do and how she wants to make her money? You know, everyone's like, she's doing it for the money. Well, what do you think? No one's going to really dance around on OnlyFans, you know, for nothing. That's why, you know, you got to pay a subscription to OnlyFans. Like, everyone knows this. I just find it weird that people are so judgmental. I mean, yes, I had to stop my daughters from watching some of her content because she does the Twitch live in the wading pool in a bikini, you know, and I don't want my daughters, you know, looking at that type of stuff. They're not ready for that at their age. But they still watch her content on YouTube where she does community day, where she, you know, where she was playing Animal Crossing on the Switch, you know, her live gameplays and stuff like that. Like, you know, they're allowed to watch, but I just don't know why people are so judgmental today about what other people do. You know what I mean? I'm not on Twitch and will never be. I mean, you can actually, and see, here's the thing too. You can actually utilize Twitch to help you out, Gene. Because while there are avid YouTube viewers, there are avid Twitch viewers. And literally you can simulcast to a Twitch account and find people there and let them know like your main place is YouTube. And hey, if they really, 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 really love your content, they will come to YouTube. See, that's the thing about viewers. If they really, really love what you do on a platform, when you move, they'll go. I've tested this theory out, right? I told people that I was going to focus on Instagram, right? There was a good chunk of you guys out of the 11,200 plus. There was a good chunk of you guys that moved over to the Instagram. You know, you hate Twitch? Why do you hate Twitch? What's so bad? What is the absolute thing you hate about Twitch? And by the way, to those people that went ahead and followed my younger brother on Twitch, shouts out to you guys for doing that. I appreciate you guys for doing that. My main channels are Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and that's all. Yeah, but why do you hate Twitch though? Just out of curiosity, because I'm multicasting to YouTube and Twitch right now. I used to hate Twitch, now I love it. Yeah, Twitch has kind of changed its format a little bit. Twitch has gotten a little bit better than what it used to be before. I mean, my younger brother Raphael, he game plays. He does a lot of video games, right? So, you know, he plays Dead by Daylight. He plays, you know, Fortnite. He plays some of these jump scare games I had never heard of before. And he's getting a good following on Twitch. You know, I'm really happy for him that he's gaining that following. You know, it's really awesome. Me and the kids, we enjoy watching his content. When he's on Twitch, we go on the smart TV in the living room. We watch his play. Of course, we're on the smart TV, but without a keyboard because I don't have a wireless keyboard to connect to it, so we can't chat with him. But we're watching him, and he does some of the craziest things. But yeah. It's kind of strange. How so? I mean, yeah, it's not like YouTube where you can post video content. Twitch is all about live streaming. And I think, you know, with me doing enough live streaming on Twitch, Twitch has categorized me as a podcaster instead of a gamer. And Twitch is happy to host podcasters, you know? So, I mean, you know, it works out. Gembird.com. What link is that? Coffee. Oh, that's the keyboard you're getting. Okay. Not the kind you really wanted, but what the hell? Got you, bro. But anyways, yeah, so Twitch is not that bad. But, you know, going back to the whole YouTube thing, Gene, I mean, really, like, try putting this into effect, okay? In your live streams, don't worry about how many people's in there. Don't mention it. You know what I mean? Whether it's showing 0 people are in there, it shows 1 person's in there. I make that mistake every now and then, and I'm telling you from personal experience, don't do it. You know what I mean? You just talk about what you want to talk about. continue on with the topic discussion at hand. You know, when somebody comes in and they post a comment, interact with them, obviously. If they, yeah, you can check your likes, so you can, you know, have another window open with your live stream opened up, and you can see the likes, refresh, see if it's grown. Thank the people for liking it. You know, remind people to smash the like button because it helps circulate your live streams and your videos. You know what I mean? But don't go depressed on your live. Like, you know, we tend to make that mistake, and it actually does kill the vibe. When you're sitting and you're like, wow, I've been live for like 26 minutes and there's only 6 people in here. What the hell? You know, it's a turnoff. The 6 you have in there is going to be like, whoa, this dude's about to have a breakdown. I'm out of here. Then you're going to see it drop. You just have fun doing it. Like the way you were doing it when you were happy and you were lively and everything like that, like continue to do that. Don't stop. Don't give up. Keep doing it. Even if it's not working right at this moment, just keep at it. Yeah, this stuff takes time, but you will get to where you want to be as long as you don't give up. I gave the same advice to Oscar, and I wish he would have, like, you know, listened, but, you know, he's a grown man. He's going to do what he wants to do, and Oscar gives up. There's nothing I can really do about it. But when he does, you know, ask me for advice, I'm always there to give him the advice, whether he's going to try again or whatever, you know? Like, the multiple channels things, don't make that mistake. And what I mean by that is saying, all right, this is not working, kill this channel, make a new channel. That doesn't work, kill that channel, make a new channel. Like, don't do that. You can have multiple channels, because I have multiple channels. I mostly focus on this one, but I do have one that's supposed to be for the audio podcast, but I haven't done an audio, like I haven't converted any of these into audio versions for Anchor. I should start doing that. And then I have a vlogging channel. But there's not really much things that I do interesting that's worth vlogging. You know what I mean? I'm not going to vlog to you guys buying asparagus at the supermarket. But if someone wanted to see a day in my life, then yeah, I would do a day in my life vlog. But then that would be like one video that I could produce that after that, it's like, if I do it again, it's just repetitive of the same crap. But I was also thinking about talking about certain subjects, but you know, YouTube's very picky about things. And so that's the reason why that the vlog is actually now on Odyssey. And I will only post videos to the Odyssey. You did it live last night. It was so much fun. Great. That's what I'm talking about. And again, you know, you got a great support behind you. You don't want to give that up. You got, you know, Carlos and Sneed that's, you know, showing massive support to you. You know what I mean? They're on there. They're super chatting you and all these things. You know what I mean? They're really building that vibe for you. You don't want to give that up, man. With any other content creator, that's the same advice I'm going to give to other content creators, not just Gene. I'm using Gene as an example because he just recently went through something. So, and I'm happy that Gene's allowing me to use him as a guinea pig right now for this. But it is directed to any content creator out there because there's a lot of content creators who go through the same thing. They do the same thing. They feel frustrated. They feel, you know, like YouTube is being unfair to them and everything. You have to have that understanding that YouTube is always going to be unfair. Like, trust me, Sneed, he's my Hanai brother, okay? I love that dude like he was my blood brother. You know, same with Carlos. You know, same with Latrell. But you have to also recognize you're in competition with these guys. Like, I am in competition with Sneed. I am in competition with Carlos. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to fight for my slice of the pie here on YouTube. And for a while, because I supported those gentlemen solely and truly, I've backed away from aggressively going after my slice of the pie to allow them. I'm not saying that that's what made them go big. Anyone that takes that out of context, yeah, get a dictionary, read, and get some vocab. I'm not saying I had anything to do with their channel's success and growth. They are the ones that made their own channels grow successfully. They are the ones that are the reason why they're at where they're at today. But to show my admiration for them and to show that, you know, my appreciation for the things that they do, like, I backed away myself just to show that, you know, and I don't expect anything in return. I don't expect them to come to my channel and comment all the time or super chat me or anything like that. I don't expect. There's the stuff that I did to show my appreciation to them and to show my support for them had no strings attached to it. But, you know, I'm back now fighting for my piece of the pie. And yes, I'm aggressively going at it, live streaming when I can, posting videos when I can. You know what I mean? And it's not to say, hey, everybody come to me and forget them. No way. I want people to still check their stuff out. I still want people to, subscribe to them. I still want people to watch their live streams and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But we are technically in a competition because the growth of my channel depends on the success for me to bring people to watch. The success of my channel depends on me being able to provide something that people want. You know what I mean? There's an 80-20 rule when it comes to YouTube, right? And the way that I look at it is that based upon your viewership and what viewers expect, that's like 80% of your content. 20% of it, you have to do things that you want to do. Otherwise, you're going to get burnt out pretty fast. And then when you find that balance, the 80-20 has really no major effect on your channel because the 20% of the things that you want to talk about and you want to do are things that your fan base already wants out of you. And then there's the 80%. Like some people will be like, yo, what do you think about the Pixel 5a? And then you'll notice like a day or two later, I'll do a live stream to Pixel 5a's in the subject. And we'll be like, well, is the Pixel Buds A series worth getting? And you'll notice that again in a day or two in a podcast, I'll mention the Pixel Buds A and I'll compare that to the Pixel Buds 2. Some people, I get trash all over the board. There's people that like talk so much smack about me and it's totally fine. Some of them I laugh at. Like me and my lady, we'll read those comments and we'll just laugh, because it doesn't hit me here like that anymore. Used to back in my early days of YouTube, it doesn't anymore now. Sometimes it'll get like a reaction out of me. And of course, anybody that says anything bad about my kids, about my lady or anything like that, of course it's gonna like start pulsing that anger in me. But I've also learned to control my anger. Just trust me, I used to have a very bad anger problem, very very bad. I don't go around broadcasting like how angry I get or anything like that, trying to put fear in people, because I don't care if somebody is afraid of me. And if there was someone that said that they were going to deal with me face to face, and I was never the type to be like, yo, I'm ready to see you face to face. Like, no. I would just pray to the good Lord above that we cross paths one day, because when I see the person that says they want to deal with me face to face, I'm not the type to talk. When I see you, it's going to happen. But I've controlled my anger. I've learned to get my anger under control. So anyone can say anything. They can beat me up. Well, you know what I mean? But that happens on YouTube constantly. And you also got to remember, a lot of these people are keyboard warriors. A lot of things that they say, it's just, it is what it is. Plus, you know what? I know that there's several people that have fun trolling. I'm not going to call them out on it because I know that's like one thing they find entertaining to do. And I know it's them. And I know who they are. And I, they try with me and it's like, it's okay, but I see them do it to everybody else. And I'm just like, I wonder if people know who this person is. You can tell by the things they say. But sometimes in their regular profiles, they slip and they mention the same jokes. And it's like, now I know who you are, your other aliases. I won't expose them because it's in all good fun. It's in all good fun. Some people get a rise out of trolling. Some people do it, because they have nothing better to do in life. You know that. So just, keep it moving. There are people that, we know of that are, like to kick the dust up and cause havoc. If you know who they are, practice the safe distance 6 feet away. That's a bad joke. But keep your distance from them and do you. YouTube is what you make of it. You can't allow the other things to actually control it. The only thing that you're not in control of is who comes in to watch your stuff. That's entirely up to that person if they want to come in and watch and then come back for more of your content. You have no control over that. But I always say that for everyone that you get, always be humble. Don't ever put yourself above people. People are people. That's why I always tell people, like when I hit a milestone and I'm like, it's because of you guys that we got here. It's the absolute truth. I'm not blowing smoke up anyone's ass. It's the absolute truth. This channel wouldn't be what it is without anyone coming in here to watch. So like Gene, you're the reason why this channel is successful. The same with Blaze 760, the same with Coffee 7, the same with Sneed, the same with Carlos, the same with Latrell, the same with Lawrence, the same with Apple Watts. And not just them, but other people too as well that are not content creators that come in here to watch. They are the reason this channel is what it is. And I will always be grateful for that. Tomorrow I can lose everybody. Tomorrow people could be like, yo, this dude's a piece of shit. Boom. my subscriber count could be 0. It could zero out that fast. It just takes 11,200 plus people to hit unsubscribe in the same day. Boom, gone. You know what I mean? This same advice goes out to Mike from B-Tech Reviews. I know sometimes it gets, he gets a little frustrated because, he does a lot of hard work. And this is something that I want those that are trolling to really kind of understand what they're doing to a creator, especially one like Mike from B-Tech Reviews, who works so damn hard on his videos. And yes, it does become disheartening when you put together what you feel is a great video. You discovered a new transition that you applied into your video for some effects to give it some oomph to it. And you look back 16 hours later and 5 views is all you got and then no thumbs ups. You know what I mean? It does hurt. As a creator, I'll bear it all. I've always been transparent with people to tell you guys what it's like being a creator here on YouTube. It does hurt. You look at that and you're like, wow, I guess I suck at this. You start to question yourself. You start to question your self-worth. You know what I mean? But you got to find that inspiration to kick into high gear and be like, you know what? Minor setback today. Let me move forward and just keep going. Because sometimes you'll drop a video and maybe for like an entire year, you probably only amass 16 views and maybe 1 or 2 likes. But then it's funny because then you start seeing comments on that video like 2 or 3 years later. And you're like, wait, why is anyone watching this video now? That was like 2 years ago. And you go in there and all of a sudden, it's like 1,237 views, 58 likes, 6 dislikes, and like 109 comments. And you're like, whoa, okay. So sometimes these things take time for people to find. We're in a universe here on YouTube where there's a lot of people doing the same thing, especially in the tech side of things. There's a lot of us in here, right? So your video is contending against somebody else's video who did the exact same subject, talking about the exact same thing, made the exact same points, used different B-roll footage, And to those people out there who asks me, what is B-roll? That's just footage that you shoot. So like if you ever watch my video, like you'll see me sitting here talking, then all of a sudden the video will cut to like an image of the Pixel 4 and maybe like, the video's like panning left to right on it, right? I'm not in the shot at all, but you still hear me talking. But that silent clip that is put over my video to give you guys something, different to watch, to kind of wait, to keep you up in case I'm putting you to sleep. That's called B-roll. And I tell people you don't really need a $500 camera. I use the OnePlus N10 as my video camera now. I shoot a lot of B-roll with this. Except for last night. Last night, the cracked Pixel 5 video, and then the one that premiered just before this live stream, which was the Pixel 4 and the case deal that I found on OfferUp from a private seller. Those were shot with the Pixel 4a. So that's what I use. I use my phones as my cameras. I don't have no disrespect. Someone, please. I have to say this because some people will get offended. I like to joke around, but I don't have Carlos S. Tech money. I don't have money like that to go and buy things. So I got to use what I got to use. But then again, my channel has always been focused on that, is to use what I have to make content and to show people that you can still make content. Because there are some YouTubers that will tell you, no, you absolutely have to use, an actual DSLR camera with video recording capabilities. You got to use a shotgun mic to get that crispy audio and all this other stuff. And it's like, no. I shoot with the OnePlus N10. I edit the video with Power Director specifically from this device and then render it to what my laptop can handle. Which, you know what? My Pixelbook, it can only handle 720p, unfortunately. So if I want to edit on my Pixelbook, I have to downgrade it to a 720p, load that video file into Power Director on my Pixelbook, record narrative using this JLab microphone, the JLab Go, using this microphone for the audio, render that video, upload it back to Drive, download it back on here if I wanted to go to like 1080p or even 4K. And then just when I get it downloaded on the OnePlus, go into Power Director, load that video, and then up the resolution and put it at 1080p HD or put it at 4K, and then upload that to YouTube. Mostly, I don't go through that whole wormy mess of the things, and I upload it in 720p, and the videos look pretty good in 720p. Anyways, of course, if you have a smart TV and you want to watch it in 4K, you're not going to. The resolution doesn't go that high. But then again, I'm not shooting like any type of cinematic view or anything like that with YouTube. It's just it's just basic video. So I just say to everybody, work with what you have. Trust me, you can make content. The best tool that you have to make content is in your brain. It's your imagination and your creativeness. If you can think of things that may be a little bit different from what someone else is doing, then put that into effect. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, Gene, when you want to make videos like how you shot with your phone, get you a little find you like a little tripod like this. You know what I mean? I mean, this could actually extend a lot higher. It can also work as a selfie stick when you close the legs up and everything like that. You can use it as a selfie stick. But get you a little tripod like this. You put your video in 16:9 ratio and record. You make your video content. Hell, sometimes you don't even really need video. You can download a bunch of photos from Google Photos that has to deal. Like, say you're talking about T-Mobile, well, you could download maybe like 20 different T-Mobile images, lay those out in Power Director in a timeline, and they automatically have transition to them when you put pictures in the video slot on Power Director. And then record a voiceover of what you want to talk about when it comes to T-Mobile, and there'll be like a bunch of different like T-Mobile emblems throughout the video, just kind of like, transitioning, moving, whatever. You can do that, trust me. Sometimes you don't even need to be on camera for your video to, be liked. Sometimes you don't even need B-roll footage for your video to be liked. You can use still images and just voice over that. And, because it's the information that people are getting from you that matters. And you could do that for content, like video content. You gotta have some sort of balance here on YouTube. That's one thing I've noticed about YouTube in the time. We're all starting to do live streams once a week, twice a week. Some are doing it every day. But, and we're also forgetting about putting up video content. And some people just want to enjoy a good video. They don't want to come on a live stream and listen to you talk in a live stream and shift your stuff left, right, up, down, roll, reverse. Some people just want to watch a video from you. Maybe they want to watch a video of you unboxing a phone. They want to watch you do an updated review on a phone that you currently have. Like, these are things that, By the way, I want to check now if I can unlock the N10. Sorry, I'm weird like that. What's up, Bobby Warren? But yeah. That's what I would say to content creators, you know what I mean? Like, the ultimate goal is don't quit. If this is what you're passionate about, if this is what you really want to do, don't quit. Fight and fight hard and keep trying. Even when no one's watching, just keep trying. Just keep fighting. I have the N10 turned on. Alrighty, let's try it again. Well, first, it's got to have it connected to Wi-Fi. Let's go, connected to home Wi-Fi. Let's see if we can get it unlocked. Click permanent unlock and see what happens. I doubt it though. I'll probably be like, unlock failed. Unlock failed again. Wah, wah, wah. But I can still use the OnePlus N10. I'd have to use it in a totally different way. So of course, if I carry a phone with me that has mobile hotspot, I can carry this with me and use it. I don't know why I activated Google Assistant, but I'd be able to use it. I mean, if you have it connected to internet, like Wi-Fi, mobile hotspot from another phone, I have Google Voice, phone calls, text will come through, use it to browse. But mostly I use this at home on home Wi-Fi. It's like my house phone. And eventually, whenever I can get it unlocked, I'll try it on different networks and see if they work. You gave up on your OnePlus N10? Why? That's great, Bobby. Your TCL is very good and very nice. Which one did you get, the 20 Pro or the 20 SE? Well, yeah, I'm still trying to unlock it only because this should be the 6th month. So according to the unlock policy, it doesn't say you have to have it active for 6 months. It just says that after 6 months, you'll be able to unlock it. So I'm just waiting to see. I forgot the day that this phone was picked up. Power it off right now, save battery on it. Oh, you ordered the 20 Pro. Stop dropping Leo's name, man. And it sounds so weird. You got the 20 Pro. Cool. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of people talk about it. As a matter of fact, when you said that you ordered it before anyone else did, somebody actually reviewed the 20 Pro. I'm trying to remember who did. But when you were like, you got it before anyone else could get it, somebody already got it before you. Oh, no. This is cool. It's cool, Gene. I don't get offended by what people say. Big John Tech Reviews. What's up, man? Enjoying your comeback videos, man. So all your tests and stuff like that you do, it's awesome. I'm glad to have you back. Glad to see you back in the ring. If you guys aren't subscribed to him, then please go head over to Big John Tech Reviews and subscribe to him. Please do. Because more content coming from him, coming y'all's way. But y'all ain't gonna see it unless you guys subscribe. Yeah, finally, Android 12 Beta 3. I find it funny. I was on Reddit last night, and there were like so many people that's upset because they're like, we're almost to the middle of July, and Beta 3 is not out yet. And it's like, the beta program is not like the security patch program for Pixels, right? But usually by the 5th of every month, there's a security patch for Google Pixels that's still supported for security patch updates. The beta program is not like that. So yes, everyone right now that still has Android 12 beta installed on their phone, you're on beta 2.1, where they made a subtle change. And I took my phones off beta only because YouTube Studios just kept crashing. By the way, have you guys seen the new Studio app logo? It's kind of crazy. Yeah. It looks like that down. Doesn't look like a gear icon anymore. That's kind of crazy. Spam. Block that number. Ta-da! Block. But anyways, yeah. 12 Beta 3 is not available yet. It's not out yet. It's not going to be out anytime soon. Maybe at the end of July, maybe beginning of August. Yeah, that is definitely different, man. Looks better though. Looks better than the gear icon, in my opinion. But yeah, it's not going to come out every beginning of each month. But I will tell people, like, by the end of July, we should have Beta 3. Because the new version of Android usually launches like end of August, beginning of September, which is close to when the next Pixel, which is a Pixel 6 and 6 Pro, when they launch in October. So Beta 3 is kind of like tying in all the APIs that different app developers should pretty much have up to date within their app. And then Beta 4, Beta 5, and Beta 6, that's just like ironing out all the very minor bugs. But usually by like Beta 4, 5, and 6, if they need to go that far, usually those are daily drivable already. So you pretty much just have it. Because like, let's say everything is just, you know, spick and span with Beta 4. Then they won't make another beta after that. The next release you'll get for a system update will be the full-fledged version of Android 12, which will more than likely be anywhere from like 10 megabytes to 17 megabytes because it's just going to lock in the signed verifications for the operating system itself and no longer be classified as a beta software anymore. So, I'm predicting beta 3 within the next 2.5 weeks. We'll probably see it. And beta 4 sometime in mid-August. And if they need anything else, beta 5, beta 6, those will come like weekly after beta 4 when there's other subtle things that they have to change. You see, a lot of other OEMs are not offering Android 11. By the time they offer Android 11 and Android 12 will be out. Still upset about that. That the only Motorola device that has Android 11 is the Moto Stylus 5G right out of the box. But can you answer a question for me? Why are OEMs so slow with OS updates? And I mean updates. Because they want you to buy hardware. I've told you this so many times, Gene. And this is the realization of it if you want to accept it or not. But companies like Motorola, Xiaomi, Huawei, it's more lucrative for them to pump out a device with the latest version of Android or like a year behind Android and have you buy that phone than to update your phone. So this is the thing. Like most people that complain about the Pixels are like the Pixels only get 3 years of support, 2 major OS updates and 3 years of security patches, and then it's done. Everyone's like they want it to be like the iPhone with 5 years. Apple has already admitted that they regret doing 5 years of support on their iPhones because not a lot of people are updating. You still got people on the iPhone 8, the iPhone 7s, because they're still continually getting software support. And Apple doesn't make money on just software because they don't sell the software. They don't go and say, okay, iOS 15 is available for the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus. If you'd like to buy it, enter in your debit information and pay a one-time fee of $15.99 to get it. They don't sell it the same way as Android doesn't sell its updates. And Motorola would actually get sued by Google if they were like, you want Android 11, you have to pay $5.99. They are not allowed to sell Android. They are licensed to use it. They're not licensed to sell it. So the only way that they're going to make money is to produce new hardware. And this is why that they kind of like thrive in the budget and mid-range, because it's like it could cost them $112 to manufacture the Moto G stylus. They can sell it with a profitable price of $199, right? Profit about $70-something. That's the realization of it, including the security updates. This is their way of forcing you to upgrade to new hardware without telling you, we want you to get new hardware. So they don't. Android, so the way that the schematic works on how this is done, the Android development team from Google will go in, they'll get bug reports from various different sources. They'll create a security patch for it. Now, the Pixel phones, that's controlled by them. So they will put Android out, and it's up to Samsung, Motorola, Xiaomi, Huawei, Kyocera. It's up to them to take that and put it out to their hardware. They're not going to. Carlos Senior Sanchez, iOS is the best mobile OS ever. And to you, it may be. To you, it may be. But, yeah. It may not be. But anyways, so with all that, it's the same thing with the full operating system. When Android 12 comes out, it's sent out to Google Pixel phones. OnePlus gets it because it's available. Like you can literally go to Android site, you can literally download the files for Android 12 because it's open source. You can get all of it. And so Android 12 is put out. It's up to Motorola and everybody else to literally push that out to their hardware. They don't have anything set in stone with an agreement between Google and all these other OEMs to say you have to update all your devices. If Google had that control, trust me, they would, because Google wanted RCS to be the standard. But because they didn't have that type of agreement with carriers, you know, they couldn't force it to be the standard. Even though RCS now is becoming the standard, they couldn't force it. So that, I hope, pretty much explains it. It's always there. Google doesn't hide anything from anybody when it comes to Android. It's there for anyone to take it. You can make your own custom version of Android, and if you can, bypass the bootloader on your phone, you can install it on your phone by installing a custom recovery on your phone and run your own custom version of Android. If you know what you're doing, if you know how to build a custom ROM. And trust me, building a custom ROM is not easy. I've done it twice. And it's so much work involved, and I just stopped because, when you first put out your custom ROM, because I was putting them up on XDA, it's like beta testing. People will install it on their phone, then they'll come back with feedback like, this is not working, that's not working. Then you got to go in and you got to try to find out why it's not working. And if it's like a feature that you've ported from one particular device to another device on the same family tree, like say something that was for a Samsung Galaxy S4, which I tried to port to a ROM that I built for the Galaxy S2, which was the ability to simul record with your camera, because the Galaxy S4 had that feature in its camera app. So the selfie camera will record you, and the back camera will record what's behind you or what's behind it in front of you, and you could use it as a vlog camera. And it was a really neat feature, and I tried to port that feature over to a Galaxy S2 Epic 4G Touch, and it really wasn't working, and it was a pain in the ass to try to get that to work. And I finally got it to work, but it sacrificed another feature in the camera that people wanted. Therefore, I just ended up making one final version of it and left it at that, and pretty much told everyone, like, I'm not going to try to tackle it. I'm not going to, James adds, I get a lot of security updates. I just found out 2 months ago that Gmail has changed their name to Workspace. It's a cool name because all of the Google stuff. Well, Workspace, okay, hold on. Gmail is still Gmail. They haven't changed their name. But Gmail is a part of Workspace. And Workspace used to be called, what the hell was the name for them? Oh, it used to be called G Suites. So I don't know if you remember when there was like specific apps that were for business enterprise accounts. It was called G Suite. And that sounded weird. So Google renamed G Suite to Workspace. And in Workspace, the apps that are connected in Workspace is Gmail, obviously, because for emails. Google Meets, Google Chat. Their enterprise versions of those apps are in Workspace. Docs, Sheets, Slides, and Currents, which was formerly Google Plus, which became enterprise only. All those are part of Workspace. Those are for businesses to use as business tools. I love it. The stuff is all bundled in one group. Yeah, I mean, it's there for business people. Like if you were to submit documentation to Google that you have a legitimate business, you will get access like to the enterprise versions of those apps, including access to Currents, which was formerly Google Plus. Google is discontinuing Android, and it will be replaced by Google Chrome. I don't think so. That's a really hard thing to do. And I'll tell you why it's really hard to really believe that Android is going to be tossed. Android is such a household name. It's synonymous with Apple's opponent. If anyone, like if you were to walk up to someone and say, tell me the opposite of this, and you say iOS, the first response is Android. It would be a total killer to it. Now, I do think that Android is going to shift tracks because Fuchsia is now, completely rolled out on the first generation Google Nest, the smart displays, which, you really don't see much of a huge difference in it, except people are reporting who have it are reporting that it's much faster in processing and everything. So Fuchsia could definitely be the replacement to Android, but they're not going to call it Fuchsia. They're still going to call it Android. It's just what they're getting away from is they're moving away from Linux. So if you look at any Android device, you look at the kernel itself, it's all Linux based. They're moving away from that. They've developed their own, I forgot what it's called. I think it's like a Z kernel. But anyways, they built a new kernel for the operating system. It's supposed to be much faster, and this is what the project, what Fuchsia is. Chrome OS, no, that would not replace in Pixels and other Android smartphones, because that's dedicated to Chrome. And Chrome OS was originally was made for Chromebooks. If you kind of see like the evolution of Chrome OS, it's gone from just being just for Chromebooks and then allowing Android apps to be installed. You can install Android APKs on a Chromebook. Even now with the latest version of Chrome OS, I think it's Chrome OS 90, you don't even really need to go and put your Chromebook in developer mode to use the Linux, what's it called? The Linux terminal to sideload a APK file that you've downloaded from APK Mirror onto your Chromebook. You don't even need to do that anymore. My Google Home Hub has Fuchsia, and like you said, it's no different. Yeah, it's no different visually. Like, you're not going to see no drastic change to the user interface. But if you were to like get like a Nest, a first gen Nest hub, and a Nest hub that's updated to Fuchsia, put them side by side, and then do basic commands, you may see a slight difference in speed of the commands being executed. And that would be the difference between using Linux kernel and using the new kernel that Google has developed. Google's really kind of going in and tearing up a lot of things. So with Fuchsia, they've built their own kernel to use with their operating system. They're using their own processor chip inside Pixel 6 and Pixel 6 Pro. So they're really now starting to get into a lot of it. Like, and you know what? Like, it took them years to develop this kernel, because Project Fuchsia I've heard about it way back in 2015, 2014. Let's see. I just updated my Google Home Hub, now called Nest Home Hub, the second gen. My Google Home Hub now added a page that has everything that the Home Hub offers. Yeah, and see, and that's on a smart display. Now, just imagine if Fuchsia was ran on a smartphone like the Pixel. Side load it and dual boot mode on your Chromebook and boot into Fuchsia on your Chromebook and see how that works. Like, you'll see like different things. Is LG phones coming back? No. LG has no interest in coming back. I don't know why. I wish they would. I really didn't see anything wrong with LG. I mean, yeah, a lot of the main, big time tech reviewers here on YouTube really kind of downplayed LG. And I think that ultimately did hurt them. Because anytime that LG would pump something out, they wouldn't really get a favorable review for what they wanted to do differently. They were kind of mocked by the big tech reviewers, and they were always compared to Samsung, which, in Korea, LG is already compared to Samsung because that is their competitor in South Korea. So to have that same competition here in the United States, but to have the tech reviewers here downplay everything that LG did and boost everything that Samsung did when it was ridiculous, I think, in my opinion, made the biggest impact on LG's decision to shut down their smartphone industry and to just focus solely on electronic appliance and other things like TVs and vacuum cleaners and things like that, but not to really mess with smartphones anymore. Because you think about the LG G8 had the ability to use like your blood vessels in your hand as a biometric imprint, so you could actually hold your hand over the display close to the camera and then the phone would unlock. And that was actually pretty neat. That was actually pretty cool, but a lot of tech reviewers really kind of like downplayed that. And that's one of the things that agitates me about the tech community. It's like, sometimes we don't really take a step back and really look at the innovation that's happening. And we're so quick to downplay it. Hey, my little brother's in here. Everyone say hi. This is my brother that's on Twitch. Share your link here, bro, so other people can find you and watch you on Twitch. But you got the LG Wing, which is a nice concept idea. I like the fact that it was a dual display, one swiveled out, and you had a T-shaped phone. And you can multitask with watching a video on the main screen that was like, in landscape mode, and you had the bottom part of the phone's display available for you to multitask. The LG Velvet was a solid device, and with them not going into foldable technology, but using a similar concept with a case that had an inner display and an outer display with a hinge that you would snap your phone into and would make it basically kind of like foldable technology, but with a hinge, nope, not the display itself being foldable. That wasn't a bad idea. That was a pretty good concept. You know, you really got to change the dynamic of your phone from just a basic candy bar style smartphone into, you know, an older day, you know, clamshell micro laptop looking thing. I mean, when you look at a lot of the devices like Motorola and the Moto Razr, right, with the foldable display on the Razr, they even had a user interface that you could apply onto that device that brought up the nostalgic, you know, Razr V3M look. When you flipped open the phone, you had the weird looking dialer pad and the small 2.8-inch display on the Razr V3M. They brought that back. They brought that back with the Moto Razr Fold. So yeah, like LG hasn't, you know, has never really been a downside. Plus, too, they were the first ones to think about it. Like, to compete against the Galaxy Note, they brought a device that utilized a built-in stylus that didn't cost you so much, which was the Stylo series. And the Stylo series sold very well with, you know, prepaid companies, but they also sold very well with postpaid. There are people that I know of that, you know, were on postpaid T-Mobile that enjoyed the Stylo. My niece, Cerise, she had the LG Stylo 2 on T-Mobile. She had the LG G Stylo on T-Mobile also. Now she's using iPhone. She loves her iPhone. But, you know, she loved the Stylo series, but they didn't make any, you know, they didn't bring anything afterwards similar to that. And so she moved on to other things. LG was a pretty good company. In my opinion, LG was pretty solid. I think one of my favorite old school devices from LG that when I used to use Virgin Mobile service was the LG Optimus Slide. You know, that phone was pretty badass. Again, little bro, if you're here, paste the link to your Twitch channel so people can find you. Well, let's see. LG had good phones, but not made well. Depends. I think the only phone they really kind of flopped on, one of their flagship phones that they flopped on, was the LG G5. They were trying to get into the modular game because you had Moto and the Moto mods. You had the big hype behind Project Aura from Google. And so LG built a couple of mods, but you had to slide the bottom of the phone out to replace the mod and add a different mod. And of course, you can... I'm telling you to self-promo. You never know. There may be people that's watching that likes watching Fortnite gameplay or watching those jump scare games that you watch. That's incredibly... yeah, they're scary. The little whatever game you play with your friends where it's like all you guys in there with flashlights and stuff, like that stuff just creeps me out. But yeah, self-promo. I don't care, bro. I'll find you more followers. That'd be great. Get you climbing up that ladder on Twitch, man. But yeah, the LG G5 was the only one that I really felt like they kind of screwed the pooch on. The LG G6 was really awesome afterwards. That's one phone that I never got to own that I really wanted to. Like the design and everything about it, I really liked about it. You know, it had more of like a squarish box feel to it, or rectangular, not squarish, but rectangular box feel to it. You know, it just stood out in my opinion, and I always wanted one. But like Boost Mobile was selling it at a high price, and I was using Boost as my carrier at the time, so I never ended up getting one. But the G6 was pretty good. I almost bought the G7 ThinQ on Google Fi when I was using Google Fi as my provider back then. Came close to doing it because it had the smart switch capability to switch from Sprint signal to T-Mobile signal based upon how well the signals were in the area that you were at. So I almost ended up getting that. And then the V35 ThinQ, solid phone. A big beastly phone for me, but it was pretty awesome. I got to play around with it. What was it? The LG V20. That was a huge phone, in my opinion. Like, that phone was bigger than the OnePlus N10. And I already classified this as a big phone. You know, it's bigger than my Pixel 2 XL. Very, very big phone, but it felt great in the hand. I got to play around with one. I love the metal design of it and everything. The LG V10 was a phone that I really wanted too. That was a nice solid phone. Looked like the LG G Stylo. You know, it had the volume rockers in the back. I mean, there's a set of phones from LG that I've always wanted that never made its way to North America because it was too quirky and LG felt like no one would really be into it. Because this type of style is well received in parts of Asia, but not in North America. And the phone was the LG Aka. You bought a phone, it had a specific character that was connected to it. Like if you bought the yellow one was Iggy and he was like an artist, and you got this little toy of the character, and it had a case that covered partial of the front of the phone. And when you slid the phone into that case that covered, part of the display, the top part of the display would display these eyes. And when you were looking at the eyes, you could tell if your phone battery was dying, because if it was like very vibrant, then your phone was like near 100% charge. When it was sleepy looking, your phone was like below 20%. And it means you had to charge it. Really cool stuff. And it had like four or five different characters. But that never made its way to the US. And I really wish it did, because I always wanted one. But I'm not going to buy that phone and bring it here to the US because it didn't support most of the LTE bands that like AT&T or T-Mobile had. So it would be like a rough experience using data here unless you're on Wi-Fi. The Verge is saying LG is making a new rollable phone coming out in 2021. That was the last project that they worked on. The rollable LG phone, that was already a concept LG was working on back in 2020. They talked about that. And the final phones they said that would be coming out this year after LG's complete shutdown of their mobile division was they were supposed to release another, like the LG Velvet 2, and then a rollable display phone. But after that, there's nothing else. So they don't have nothing in the works for 2022 and beyond. So what they were already working on, they're finishing up. But there is no mobile division anymore. Like calling them to talk to their mobile division is just non-existent anymore. I don't even think that their warranty department is active anymore. I think the warranty department shut down. So if you had like a warranty claim, I think it's handled by somebody else. Or I think it's handled through, like, you have to have insurance on your phone and it's handled through Asurion. Other than that, I don't think their warranty department is active, or it's probably with their other warranty department that's handling it now, because there's a warranty department for like the LG washer and dryer machines. There's a department for the LG smart TVs. Because I even know like LG Smart World, that app's not working anymore. Sad to say it, but it's not. As a matter of fact, I have a tablet. Where did that tablet go? It's somewhere. I'm trying to remember where I put it. I have so much stuff. Every time I want to show it, I don't have it. But anyways, I have a tab that I used, the LG G Pad 10.5. Well, the G Pad 5 10.1. But it's a 10-inch tablet from LG, really nice, solid. Still on Android 9, hasn't gotten any software updates, but it's still functional and still works great for media consumption. And for the life of me, because I don't put any other launcher on it, I use the stock LG UX launcher, and the LG Smart World, that is closed. And what that was like the Samsung Marketplace. You can buy themes for your LG device on the LG Smart World. You can change the icons, use an icon pack, or a total full theme, which is a launcher, icon pack, and freaking fonts and colors and all that other stuff. And yeah, the LG Smart World is shut down. I can't even customize my tablet. I read LG is honoring warranties on their mobile devices until they run out, and they will be supplying all OS updates when they are available, but not as fast as other OEMs. It's after that. Yeah. And their warranty, so like their mobile warranty department, I believe is shut down. That's what I'm saying. But the warranties are still going to be honored through their main warranty department. So at least that's a bit of good news for people that own LGs. And like, LG has had a very strong footing. I mean, the Pixel 2 XL, I thoroughly enjoy using that phone. Yes, it's outdated, came out 2017, but I still enjoy using it. It is on Android 11, and that's the last update it's ever going to get. It's completely not supported by Google anymore. But the Pixel 2 XL was it was designed by LG. As a matter of fact, I'll show you guys this if I can find a photo Um, if I can find a photo, I'll show it to you guys. Hopefully I can find it. Somebody actually got the was it this one? I believe it was this one. But I want to find that photo that has both. So it shows you like the front and the back. The back looks exactly the same as the current Pixel 2 XL, but the front is designed exactly the same way as the Pixel 2. So it has those really big top and bottom bezels with the front firing speakers. Instead of the way that LG designed it with the 18:9 aspect ratio, the Pixel 2 XL that would have came out designed by HTC along with the Pixel 2, that one still sported the 16:9 aspect ratio with the really big bezels. And someone bought one on eBay. So it was a prototype, and a person had the actual prototype and sold it on eBay, and someone bought it. I don't know if they're using it as a daily driver. Can't find a photo of it, but maybe in the next live stream I'll show it. If I find it, I'll download a copy of the photo and then I'll be able to present it. It was totally crazy, but yeah. Luckily LG, like, they got the contract to do the Pixel 2 XL because the 2 XL came out pretty nice. The only thing I don't like about the 2 XL is that I have fat hands, so I accidentally touched the sides of the display because the display is kind of smooth, rounded, like not chamfered, but a little rounded to the frame of the body. And I get accidental touches on that. But other than that, I mean, the size and everything is solid for it being a big phone. It's probably, one of the big phones that I'm comfortable using. I normally like to use, smaller phones just because, I have small hands. So something like this, I could use. I mean, it's the N10, the back is rounded, it's ergonomic, fits in my hand kind of, but it's still a big phone for me. And but these things, I feel more comfortable using two hands instead of using one-handed mode. So it's the reason why I don't really go for bigger phones. But anyways, yeah. So I'm going to call it there. I want to thank everyone for coming in this Sunday and hanging out. You guys, my brother did not self-promote himself, and I told him to. If you guys want to check out his Twitch channel, you guys can look for him on there. I'll probably just grab his Twitch channel and put it on here for him. Let me do that real quick. See if I can find his channel. There we go. He won't self-promote him, but I will. All right, take it easy. But this is my younger brother's Twitch. If you guys want to check him out, follow him. I'd really appreciate it. Has some good commentary with his friends, and they play some pretty cool games. So you guys should check him out. But that's his channel right there on Twitch, Twitch TV, well, twitch.tv/rescobar2011. That's my younger bro's channel. I'm not gonna call him little bro because he's not little. He's my younger brother. Yeah. So definitely check him out. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Really appreciate it. I would enjoy the rest of my Sunday and got dinner to cook tonight. Pork chops. Excited to do that. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you guys missed any of the videos I dropped, what do I think about Windows 11? I haven't used it. I don't have a Windows laptop to use. I use my Pixelbook. I don't really have like a major need for Windows 11, but I'm hearing mixed emotions from people. So there's some people that are like, don't get it. There's some people that are absolutely in love with it. But I don't have a comment to say about Windows 11. I don't use it. I follow my brother on Twitch. I think he uses it. You can ask him what he thinks of Windows 11 if he's updated his PC to that. But alrighty, guys, I'm out of here. Y'all take it easy. Be cool. Be safe. Love you guys very much. See you guys later. Check out the last 2 videos I dropped today. One on the Pixel 5 and one on the cases I got for the Pixel 4. That was a pretty good deal. And yeah, aloha.